Hello, everyone. So we've been talking about passing faith on to the next generation. So today we're going to talk about the first thing, which is live what you preach. It's actually the most important principle. Your children are more apt to do what you do than what you say. So say, for instance, you're a church leader and you get to church and you start talking about forgiveness. You need to forgive people and all of that. But your children know that in your personal life, that there are people that you haven't forgiven. There are people you keep malice with. Or you're a prayer warrior at church. You pray with all fervency. But at home, they never catch you on your knees. They don't see you pray. Your children begin to think that this is all fake. This is all show. This is not real. This is something you do, not who you are. Now, when your children are young, chances are they will obey what you ask them to do because they're afraid of the consequences. But as they go older, they get to school, they start working. One of the things that will guide them is, will my dad do this? Will my mom do this? If they were to find out that I'm doing this, they'll be disappointed because at this time they are being guided by who you are rather than what you do. So if you are telling them not to do one thing or another, maybe not to dress in a certain way, not to do drugs, not to do one thing or another, but they see that you are also engaged in some sin, maybe it's adultery that they know that you are in, they'll be like, you know what? Yeah, dad may not be doing what I'm doing, mom may not be doing what I'm doing, but they're doing their own thing that is also wrong. So I'm really not worried about them. I'll end with this example. It was actually a marriage enrichment program, and the presenter told this story that was so profound. He said one day he was leaving home, he was taking his daughter to school, and he had an argument with his wife, and I think he was sharp or harsh with his wife. So he got into the car with his daughter and they were silent as they were driving. And then all of a sudden, the dad turned back and went back home. So the daughter quickly jumped out of the car to follow her father, not knowing what was going to happen when he got back to the mom in the kitchen. But she saw her father say to the mom, "I'm so sorry. When I spoke to you that way, I was harsh. It was wrong. I'm sorry. Please forgive me." And of course, the woman said, "Of course I forgive you." They went back in the car. They were silent until they got to school. And when they got to school, the young lady got out of the car, looked back, leaned by the window and spoke to her father and said, "Dad, this stuff works." And the dad said, "What do you mean?" She said, "You've always talked to us about forgiving one another, being kind to one another and all of that." She said, "I saw you do that today. So this stuff works." There's nothing that's going to make our children believe the word of God more than seeing us practicing it. So this is the word for today. If you go and preach it, live it. Thank you.